Hey everyone, it is Julie. It is Tuesday, July 7th, 4:04 p.m. Getting ready to look at the markets. Tomorrow, Crude's inventory report. We got some mixed messages. The EIA reports that there is going to be more consumption than expected. So they have changed their outlook, which caused the market to rally quite dramatically. During a sell-off. I wanted to show you our momentum is about level of where it was this last push, and our stochastics are way oversold, and my K is making a little bit of sunshine coming back up to the 20. It hasn't made it up there yet, but I would expect this gap to be closed tomorrow, probably in the Europe session, the Globex. We could probably get back up here in Globex. To put a VWAP on here so that we can see that yearly VWAP. Here's that deviation band that we started to run away from towards the middle of the chart on this 50 area for my two support areas that I have highlighted. One support here and another support here. But we didn't quite make it. We bounced on that EIA news. Well, the energy news about that consumption production numbers being changed. So I would expect a bounce back up to fill that gap tomorrow. And then the EIA report will come out for our production numbers. And if it is a good report, we could go into a sideways and reversal back up. There's nothing to say that this market can't turn here on this doji. So I'll be watching it. Everybody is saying to sell the dips, to sell the rallies, I'm sorry. To be selling these rallies back down to 48.50, and that's probably a wise course. But if this 20 breaks, I'll be watching this D line very carefully and make sure D crosses that 22. Not just take a K cross, but I want that D to cross. And that's when the market really starts coming up. As you see here, the market starts rallying up on that D cross. So we'll be waiting for that. Otherwise, on the shorter term time frame, let me look at my 30-minute chart. Here is yesterday's or the previous VWAP point of control, 55.73. 54.40 is an area of support, resistance, along with the previous value area high that I do expect also to get hit. Here is the way out of value. You can see that I'm way out of value, $6 value range from, well, $5.51 to 56.40, so that's $5 range of value of outside of value. That we definitely will probably get back up here and fill this back in now that we're rallying back up. So whether we want to sell this, I'll be looking at these prior points of control for these value areas for these reversals. So I'll be watching for reversals around these areas in crude to see if it's going to push back down. For my shorter term, this is that directional trade guide that I use, and that tells me to stay in the market short when price is below the previous close and the current open. We had this chop period between today's point of control and today's value area high, where the market kept sending it back down, but we just did this little sideways chop fest here. So here was the news on that EIA release as far as the future production. I don't know if that's going to mean a lot. Those are assumptions. We still don't have any news on Iran. The last time I checked for news, to see if the sanctions release. Oh, I see. Continue to talk past their deadline. So it looks like they're trying to work out an agreement. They've given themselves until Friday to negotiate an agreement. So the next day or two. So tomorrow could be very choppy for that EIA. But it does look like, I mean, if they're postponing and doing everything possible to make it work, then that looks like it's going to be very bearish for crude, because there's going to be a lot of product dumped on the market. So the little announcement from the EIA saying that they expect more absorption, well, that just makes sense. More people are driving. There will be more product consumed, but you have oil everywhere. Are you kidding me? The commodity asset class is coming down in price. So I'm going to be looking for bounces, 53.75. I'll be looking for a bounce there tomorrow. So, but just trade what's in front of me. If this turns green and I get a day that looks like this, I'm going long. I don't care what my projections for Iran are. I trade my direction guide. So if my direction guide is green, I trade green. If it's red, I trade red. Very, very simple. Takes the pressure off. And try to stay out of this chop period. Because I'll just get, it's outside of my plan. I'll have plenty of time to get another directional move. And maybe I'll wake up a little bit early and trade the Globex session. The Globex gives a lot of great smooth trading opportunities that are not quite so volatile and that are more directional. So I can trade both directions during the Globex session. So I will be watching for these opportunities tonight. I'm going to set my alarm and maybe start trading around 3 a.m. Put some longs in and see if I can get some good 50 tick, 100 tick moves overnight, trading this back up into the previous value areas. So we'll see. Otherwise, when the market opens back up on the pit session, I'll anticipate waiting for that EIA report before I start trading, unless the market is moving very well. So sell the rallies is my motto for crude until things change with that Iran. Thank you so much.